Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, issue number 3. So this is the death of Casey Jones and Leonardo. So yeah, this series has been awesome so far. It's a shame that's a mini series. I guess it makes sense that it can't be like a monthly thing. But it is also a shame that this only releases a new issue every 3 to 4 months. So it's like a quarterly release basically. But it's a good series. Artwork is fantastic. Story's been really good so far. So yeah, we start off with in the past, and we have Hiroto, and Hiroto is the grandson of Shredder and the son of Karai, and he is being given the leadership of the Foot Clan, and he basically talks about how I'm gonna hold this leadership with great honor and humility. I will make our clan rise up, to greatness. And the first thing I want to do is I want to broker peace between Master Splinter, because we've been fighting a war for too long. And then we cut to the present day, where we have Hiroto as the leader of the city and stuff like that, and he's kind of a dick. And he's talking to his mom, who is in a tube like under stasis. So I don't know if she's dead or not, or if she's like alive but in stasis. If she's alive, how the hell did she survive? Because in the last issue, we found out what happened to her, and she basically got her and Raphael like kind of pretty much killed each other. I mean, Raph stabbed her in the heart with a sai and then pulled her into the water while she was drowning. I guess we did see the Foot Clan dragging her out of the water, but she got stabbed in the from what the image looks like. It looks like she got stabbed in the heart from behind. So how she's still alive, I have no idea. But I guess she's alive, but just like comatose, and she's been put in stasis to keep her going. So anyways, Hiroto decides to send out a message. So there's like a huge hologram of him, and he's sending out this message to the entire city about how for 2 decades I've kept you safe and protected, and you've all prospered under me. Unfortunately, there's someone trying to kill me. There's a mutant out there, a monster in our midst, who's helping like a terrorist trying to destroy me. And this is like unforgivable. This is treasonous. This is a crime punishable by death. So until we capture this mutant, I am going to issue martial law. And anyone who breaks it is basically going to suffer my wrath. And so the robot Foot Clans go out, and we have basically what looks like riot scenes, with the whole water guns and smoke and all that stuff. And then we cut to Mikey, and he's talking with his ghost brothers about Casey, Casey Marie, which is the name of Casey Jones and April O'Neil's daughter. Her name is also Casey, so this is Casey Marie, and he's basically talking about how she's I gotta admit, she's pretty damn impressive, book smart, street smart, she's tough. But his brother's but she's crazy if she thinks she's gonna be able to help fight Hiroto, right? She's only 16, she can't be fighting against the Foot Clan. And Mikey tries to basically stand up for her. He's like, doesn't that sound familiar? That's what we did. And they try to basically talk him out of it, that's different. We were trained our whole lives, and we're also mutants. She's just a regular human. But Mikey's kind of like, well, so was Karai, but look what she was able to do. And then we get a moment between Mikey and Casey eventually says she's gonna go up to the city and see what's going on with the whole martial law and all that stuff. Meanwhile, he goes to talk with April O'Neil, and he finds that the Fugitoid is still around. April O'Neil was able to save the head, and they have a flashback about what happened. And we cut to the past, where we have the Fugitoid and the remaining turtles. So we have Leo, Mikey, and Donatello. Splinter is also here. I don't know how he survived, though, because in the last issue, the reason why Raph runs out to go basically sacrifice himself to take out the Foot Clan is because he was under the impression that Splinter was dead. April O'Neil says, his wounds are too grievous, he's lost too much blood, there's nothing I can do. So basically, it leaves that, he's going to die. He's going to die from blood loss due to his battle wounds. And I even said as much in the last video I did for the last issue. But here he's still alive. I mean, he's kind of scarred up and stuff, but he's still alive and kicking. But we don't have any talks of how he's still alive. So yeah, that was just kind of glossed over. That it would have been better if he was just dead because he doesn't do anything really in this issue. He just, I mean, he talks a bit, but that's it. It would have been better off if he died. So then Raph's sacrifice would have made more sense. I guess it does make sense for Raph as a hothead. He assumes his father is gonna die, so he rushes out to confront, the Foot Clan, and that hot-headedness gets him killed. But yeah, Splinter's still alive. I don't know how. Anyways, yeah, the Fugitoid is with them, and Stockman is basically he's spying on them, and he knows where they're at, and he knows that they're trying to leave. He knows they're going to try to leave somewhere to hide, and so he sends out his Foot Clan soldiers to, or at least what look like Foot Clans, to attack the turtles and the purple dragons who are together. And he storms their base, but not before they're able to get off an alarm. So the purple dragons are able to get off an alarm, alerting everyone else that, hey, like, we're under attack. And so Leo basically tells everyone, hey, like, you gotta leave. You gotta take the Fugitoid. You gotta take Honeycut, who's inside Fugitoid. You gotta get him out of here. You gotta get April O'Neil out of here. Meanwhile, like, Mikey, Casey, and Leo are going to try to hold down the fort. So Mikey is basically kind of trying to direct everyone on escaping, while Casey Jones and Leo put up a fight. And an awesome fight it is. Basically, Casey throwing himself at the robot Foot Clans, and he's going through all his weapons. He's going through his hockey sticks, his cricket bats, and every weapon that he uses is just getting smashed and broken, till eventually he finds a sledgehammer, and he starts dealing out some damage. So we got Mikey, Casey, and Leo destroying these robots left and right. Meanwhile, they tell Mikey, like, hey, like, get out of here, like, protect my wife and protect the professor. We're gonna hold out, as long as we can. We're gonna try to hold back all these robots. And we got this cool scene where Leo and Casey stand side by side as a whole army of robots come after them. And I was expecting, like, all right, sweet, we're going to get like a cool final showdown. We're going to have Casey and Leo go out in blaze of glory, like taking on all these robots and just being overwhelmed. But basically they pull a Leonidas and the 300s. In fact, we even have a moment where Casey calls Leo Leonidas. But we're going to get that. We're going to get the Battle of Thermopylae. But instead, Honeycut basically says, like, hey, like, I know, Stockman, that you've come for me, but I'm going to self-destruct before you hurt my friends or imprison me again. Like, you're not going to get me. And Stockman's like, well, all right, if I'm not going to have you, then no one will. So he hits a button and he self-destructs all of his robots. And so we just have all the robots explode, blows up the building, and it kills Leo and Casey Jones. And the explosion throws Mikey like halfway across the city, and that's how he survived. But yeah, there's more. There's a lot more, actually. But I'm not going to cover anything more because I think this is a good part to end it with, and I don't want to spoil anything. I will just say that it gets awesome. Like, this story is cool. Like, we find out, how Mikey survived in April and stuff, and her struggles with, dealing with survivor's guilt at the loss of her husband, finding out she's pregnant and all that stuff. But yeah, that's how Casey Jones and Leonardo die. They die in a huge explosion. I kind of wished, I don't know, I guess you could say it was heroic, but I don't know, I kind of wish it went a little bit different. I kind of wish we actually had them fighting, and maybe they realize, like, maybe we see them, like, just struggling to get through these robots, but they after a while they start sustaining too much damage, and they realize that robots are leaking through, and maybe, like, they're able to get the door shut behind April O'Neil and the professor, but the robots are breaking down at the door, and they know that, like, if hey, like, they're going to get through the door, and we're not going to be able to protect them because we're too injured. So they set up a bomb and explode the place themselves. So they did take themselves out along with all the robots. That would have been kind of cooler. Instead, it was basically, Stockman just self-destructs all his robots and he kills everybody. Well, he kills Leo and Casey and all his robots. So, yeah, that was kind of... But at least they went out fighting. So yeah, that's how how Casey Jones and Leo died. So I guess an update on who died and who didn't. So before I said Splinter died, he did not. He's still alive. At least at this point in time, he's still alive. I said Karai died, but I guess she's still alive. We have Hiroto like still talking to her and stuff like that, and she's like in a tube. So I'm assuming she's still alive, but like in a coma or something, like a medically induced coma, until they can find out how to cure her or something. So yeah, Splinter, Karai still alive. Raph died. He died by battle wounds and taking a kunai under the chin while fighting Karai underwater. So it was wounds, kunai under the chin, drowning. Kunai is pretty much the one that did it, but the drowning didn't help. So that's how Raph died. And Leo and Casey Jones died from being exploded by a whole army of robots. And then the preview for the next issue, we're going to get how Donatello dies. Or at least that's what it looks like. It looks like it's setting up for his death. So yeah, there we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Last Ronin, issue number 3. Fantastic series. I freaking love this series. It's great. The artwork is fantastic. I love how they do this thing where the interiors, like they use a certain style of artwork, and then for the more emotional, heavy flashbacks, we get the old school Eastman style artwork. Like when we have April O'Neil like waking up after surviving the explosion and going through physical and mental therapy and stuff, we have a black and white art style. I think Eastman himself drew it, and that was kind of cool. And then when we have like a flashback of Mikey and like how he survived the explosion, what he did afterwards, we have the same black and white style of the classic Mirage series. So that's pretty cool. And then everything else, we have the colorized artwork that is really good. Like I really love this artwork. This artwork is fantastic. And yeah, the story itself is great. Everything about this is good. What would I give this? I would give this, you know what? This is a 9 out of 10. This is, again, another practically perfect issue. This series itself, I would give so far like a 9.5 out of 10. I have yet to give anything in my entire life a 10 out of 10 when it comes to comics. But this is getting really, really close. I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 just yet because this is a miniseries, so it all depends on how they stick the landing. But if it keeps up the way it is now, I think this is going to be the first time I'm going to give something a 10 out of 10. But at this point in time, this is a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 overall. I mean, 9.5 out of 10 overall. This is amazing. If you guys haven't been reading The Last Ronin, please go out and get it. It's only 3 issues so far, and I believe it's 3 out of 6. But it's freaking fantastic. It's phenomenal. I freaking love it. It is kind of sad and depressing because all your beloved characters are dying within every issue. So that's kind of sad. But yeah, like what a way to go. Like it's so like emotionally gripping. Like I'm loving everything about this series so far. It's fantastic. So yeah, check it out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think. And yeah, I guess just one more time. Raph is dead. Casey Jones is dead. Leo is dead. Everybody else, I mean, obviously in the present day, they're all dead. But we haven't gone how they've died yet. But the only ones that we've seen, that we know for sure, like how they died and stuff, is Raph, Leo, and Casey. And then, of course, we have like Donnie and Splinter and stuff like that. Like they're dead, but we don't know how at this point in time. But yeah, let's see where it goes. Hope to see you next time. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.